Welcome back. Epic Updates.
We are, yet again.
Another car karaoke, if you will.
We're back.
We're back. I just, we wanted to record a quick video for you guys. Something had been rolling around in my head, and it's a question that we get asked really very often as real estate professionals. And the question is, when is the best time to buy or sell a house? And if you are just, a regular person and you walk up to any old agent and you ask them that question, 99% of the time, the answer to that question is going to be like, well, now is the best time to buy or sell. And there's always some way for them to kind of skew data to tell you why it's in your best interest to act yesterday if you can't, you know what I mean? So we wanted to really cover that. Like, when you are working with Jonas or myself or anybody else on the Epic Phoenix real estate team, you're going to get a weirdly transparent answer, and it's not going to be a blanket statement. The answer is not going to be today. The answer is going to be based on what it is that you're looking to accomplish and what your own personal situation is. It's not a one size fits all answer. So can you dive a little bit more into that?
Yeah, it's always basically ends up being circumstantial. So, when we look at the data, we're going to give you two different answers here. When we look at the data statistically as a buyer towards the tail end of the year, kind of going into the holidays, kind of that November, December season is when things really died down in real estate. Yeah. So when you look at the trend, the best buying opportunities and the greatest ability to wheel and deal as far as negotiations, whether it be price terms, closing costs, etc., would be tail end of the year. The reverse is true on the seller side. So when we look at the closed transactions throughout the course of the year, generally January starts off a little slow, and then about the third week starts to ramp up. Yeah. So we're coming up on that about a week, and then there's about a 4-month window where the vast majority of the transactions occur. Almost 2/3 of the transactions occur during that time. So from a statistical standpoint, buyers end of the year, sellers first quarter of the following year. As far as from an individual standpoint, to Ashley's point, we're really going to do a deep dive. Kind of case in point, I had 2 different conversations with 2 different clients last week, both looking to sell investment properties they held. One of them owns, actually both of them own, one of them owns 3, I take it back, the other owns 2. And the one that owns 3, when I kind of dove into the reasoning behind the sale, why they wanted to sell, it didn't make sense for them to sell. And, here I am talking ourselves out of a commission, but it was, obviously the right thing to do for the client. So, of course, that's the advice that I'm going to give them. The opposite was true with the other clients. So they moved to the East Coast. Their priorities had changed as far as what their investment strategy was going to be, where they felt kind of the overall economy and world was going, and kind of where they want to move those funds and those investments, and it was outside of real estate. So in that instance, it made perfect sense to do so. So, the market's always doing what it's doing. We're always following the market trends. So we kind of want to be mindful of that. But best piece of advice we can give you is, if you are considering buying or selling, just pick up the phone, reach out to us, have that conversation so we can best understand your circumstance, let you know if it's, let's put a pause on it, let's revisit it this time, and here's why, or now's the time to go. So hopefully that makes sense and is kind of applicable to your circumstances. But at the end of the day, you're only going to get the utmost truth, honesty, and transparency from us as far as best serving our clients. So,
I agree, and that's what I was going to say too. I'm like, moral of the story: you're always going to get truth and transparency from Jonas, myself, or anybody on the team. So if you have questions about buying or selling, real estate, give us a call. We can kind of help walk you through what your options would be and help for you to determine really what's going to be best for you. So again, thanks for watching our Epic Updates, and if you need us, get in touch.
Appreciate you. Thanks.